Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, last night Kevin McCarthy spoke for 3 hours trying to delay the inevitable of a vote in the House of $1.7 trillion. And I'm doing another video to discuss the Republicans' role in the passage of all this infrastructure and spending bill, and I'm going to leave it for that. But it is truly amazing what they're doing. Tens of thousands of more IRS agents. 300,000 civilian climate corps folks. Putting them on the federal government payroll. What are they going to do? I mean, it is just off the charts. It's off the charts. And it's scary and it's sad what's going on in this country. Thus, I'm doing a separate video about it. MSNBC Joy Reid. And you have to remember, folks, that network keeps her on. Keeps her on. CNN, they keep all their clowns on. Joy Reid says, it costs a little bit more, suck it up. Things cost a little bit more, suck it up. Now, this is what truly amazes me. The Trump voter is angry and mad and gets it. I want to know what the poor, liberal, Democratic, inner city voter thinks about inflation. And what do you think about these people giving it to you? What do you think about that? Rittenhouse trial. It's clearly they're hung up. Now, what are they hung up on? Who knows? They hung up on all counts against all of the victims. I don't know. But they're obviously hung up on something. It's clear as day. In addition to that, the judge created some bad error. Never in the history, ever in the history of any trials, have I ever known a judge to allow a juror to take home the jury instructions. The defense objected. Guess what? Mistrial. If Rittenhouse is convicted, his appeal will overthrow his conviction. I mean, you can't let jury take home the jury instructions. And the judge goes, now don't show them to anybody. Unbelievable. And then we had MSNBC following the jury bus. Judge tossed them out of the trial. Good for them. Next up, Kamala. The disaster, which is Kamala Harris. She tries to do an interview to try to regain her footing, so to speak. She just starts her laugh again. I think Kamala Harris might be a little mental. And you know what it proves, folks? Joe Biden's another example of this. You can't elect legislators to executive positions. There's a reason why legislators are never elected governors. They're rarely elected congressmen and senators, are rarely elected president. And there's a reason why. They don't know how to be an executive. They don't know how to be an executive. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have no clue. No clue. I already covered the Build Back Better. It makes me sick. Trump endorses Representative Gosar. I love it, man. Trump's like, you can censor him. I'm going to endorse him. Kamala, speaking of Kamala again, is blaming Trump for the immigration issue. That wore out card, man. They will never let it go. Blaming Trump, blaming Trump. Ohio refineries are shutting down. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I have a source who's informed me that gas shortages are coming to the tri-state maybe as early as next week. Might want to fill up now. A court has stopped Joe Biden's executive order reversing Trump's energy policies. Thank goodness. Tens of thousands of IRS agents. I want to reemphasize that. Can you imagine that? Like, you don't got enough government on your ass now. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And then the Civilian Climate Corps. Oh my God. Civilian Climate Corps. What the hell? What the hell? You see what they did? They loaded all up to get AOC's wing of the party's votes. And this is what you get. Enos Kanter has called out LeBron James, basically saying, hey, you dribble and you do whatever China tells you to do. Enos Kanter, man, thank goodness for this guy. By the way, he was the guy that went to University of Kentucky and then was ruled ineligible to play. Was there 1 year, didn't even get to play. Ford and GM are wanting to build microchips here in the country due to the China. Let's see what our government does, led by Joe Biden, to make that happen and make it easier. Let's see what they did. Remember what Trump was doing? Steel industry, aluminum, things like that, national security issues. Then we have Joe Biden doing a Jimmy Carter talking about an Olympic boycott. That doesn't do a damn thing. Furthermore, it is a glossing over of Joe Biden being tough on China. What's bigger? What's more important? We let China do anything that they want, then we boycott their Olympics. Meaningless. All it does is hurt the athletes. Then it comes out that Biden has asked China to release their energy reserves. Folks, in the high-stake game of business and geopolitical foreign affairs, it is a what are you going to do for me if I do that for you? Can you imagine how we're having our ass handed to us by all these folks? It's been come out that Bill Gates, just like Zuckerberg spent all that money in Georgia, Bill Gates has spent over $300 million affecting media and what they're doing. Billionaire globalists. Once they get their billions, man, they just want to run the world. At the DeSantis bill signing that he had, a Let's Go Brandon chant broke out. You got to love that. And by the way, speaking of Biden, Biden is now at 36%. He dropped from 38 to 36%. Think about this, folks. What would Biden's approval rating be if he didn't own the media? Can you imagine? He's at 36% when he owns the media and social media. It's got his back. What would it really be? Last but not least, I got to close with this and add on. Sexuality expert, her and her purple pink hair, says parents should change diapers only after parents consent. As I've said over and over, right when you think something more stupid isn't going to happen, something more stupid happens. Hey, little baby there, you want me to change your diaper? No? Okay. The absurdity of this world. And why is this absurdity coming at us from everywhere? Because the American Communist 10 has got their backs. These people can say and do anything now because they're allowed to. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.